Okay, so we're back in our sample transaction, and we're going to look at the conventional loan contingency exhibit. Okay, so on our offer, we did label this exhibit A. If you label it B, C, D, E, doesn't matter as long as they're all in line consecutive. So you would just put on here which exhibit letter that you used on your offer. Your offer date will automatically fill in, so will the address. And we are doing a bank loan, so we're going to do a first mortgage. Make sure you check the box. If you don't check it, it doesn't exist. And we're going to put 20% down, so we're going to do an 80% loan, and we're doing 30 years, and our interest rate is going to be 3.275, so I'm going to put 3.5 on here, so it'll be at least less than that. It's a fixed rate, and it's an institutional loan. So then we're going to go down here and we're going to put in the approved mortgage lender. Now, on the buyer side of the transaction, you don't have to put in approved mortgage lender. That would mean that the letter that is provided for in case that there is a denial could come from any lender that you have applied for this particular loan identified you've applied from that lender for that loan. So we're going to go here anyways, and we're going to identify our lender. We're going to say lender company name, loan officer's name, and if you want to, you can put their contact information there, but you're going to include a pre-approval letter with the offer, so it'll have their contact information. Okay, so I'm skipping just to the blanks on these documents, but please make sure you read and understand all of the documents that you are filling out for your clients. If you do not understand them, please ask your broker to explain, because you need to protect the public and you need to be able to explain what these documents say to your client, and you should be explaining them to them before they sign anything, making sure that they understand every clause in the document, what can happen in certain situations, and that you're explaining what their protections are and what they potentially are not. So, for the purposes of these videos, though, we're only skipping through filling the documents out. I've read them. So, part 5 is your financing contingency. This is the number of days that your buyer has to find out from their lender if they are able to get the loan that they have described. So I'm going to put in 21 days because my lender's pretty backed up and they're experience longer wait times. So I'm going to give them 21 days in order to be able to provide me with that approval or a denial. Okay, so the next blank that you have on the conventional loan contingency is your appraisal contingency. Now, I know that the lender is going to order the appraisal as soon as my agent, which is also me, is going to, as soon as my agent gets the documents to them, they're going to go ahead and order that appraisal. They're not going to wait for due diligence to be over with because we're trying to move on a quick timeline here. So I know that it's going to take about 10 days to get somebody out there, a few more days for them to turn the appraisal in. So I think that maybe 2 weeks we could have that appraisal back in 14 days. Please talk with your lender about appraisal times before you put a time in there. All right, so then the next blank here, you can put special stipulations in here if you want to require that the seller pay for any appraisal required repairs. That used to be a part of this document, but as of 2021, they did take that out of these documents. Copyright 2021 from January, they didn't change this document mid-year, but we are using the 2021 copyright documents, and if you're using a later document, it may be a little bit different than what you're seeing on the screen, but the theory is the same. Again, these are the Georgia Association of Realtors, or GAR documents. Okay, so on the signature page, it's already filled in my buyer's name, which I did put in my in my contacts in the transaction, and it's also filled out the broker's name and the agent's name who's going to sign, and it's filled out the listing broker's name and that agent's name that's going to sign. So this document is complete, and you're going to click on the X to save and exit. So that's going to take you back to your transaction dashboard, where all the documents that you have filled out already, or at least the documents that the forms you've placed in your Forms tab here, will show. Next, we'll go over how to set up a signing session. So please look forward to that video. Please subscribe and like our videos and send us any comments or questions you may have. This is Patty Lovelace, and I'm with the Compass and Key team of Maximum One. We appreciate you watching. Thank you so much, and we hope this has been helpful.